Even though the girls spent 3 hours working with the ponies our first morning at Evans Welsh Ponies, they couldn't wait to get back out there in the evening. Some of the girls chose to work with their yearlings, while others worked with the yearling for a little while or went straight to working with a colt. The ponies were good-humored about the whole thing, considering that half of them were getting fed. For this play session, the girls chose to pile into the round pen, which was filled with obstacles and toys. The girls used a combination of Pirelli and clicker training to get the ponies interested in playing with all the obstacles. It sure didn't take much. Pretty soon the ponies were picking up our sticks and hula hoops, pawing at the tarp, biting and pushing the ball, and jumping the little blocks. Although most of the activities that they did this evening are play-based activities, the girls were doing them in a way that builds synchrony. Synchrony is connectedness. It means that your pony wants to be with you and that communication is seamless. Communication develops out of having situations where a conversation gets to unfold. First, the girls get the ponies to put their noses on different objects, and then they later touch the pony with the object. Before you can touch the pony with the object, though, he needs to touch it of his own accord. After a pony touches something with his nose, he'll no doubt want to investigate it with his feet. When the pony is exhibiting this sort of curiosity and confidence, you can then try approaching him with the object and initiating it on your terms instead of on his. If your pony gets scared and walks away, just start again and maybe make it a little easier for him. Cedrin is giving a really good example of how a pony can get excited about our toys. By having toys and games that are fun for your pony, you make yourself useful to him so that he'll want to be around you even more. Sometimes ponies get into repetitive behaviors where they want to paw something or toss something and do it over and over and over again. You want to reward their enthusiasm, but at the same time, don't let them get disconnected from you. If they do, engage them again by challenging their brains. It's important to keep an even balance between things that they want to do and things that you want to do. If your pony is a good match for you, though, your ideas are probably highly compatible. We've just seen some extroverted ponies who have a lot of play drive. Boys, of course. Here's a filly named Lilywhen, who's more motivated by comfort. See the way she cranes her head around to look at the tarp? She wants to check it out before she starts to walk. When she starts to walk, she's a little bit sticky-footed and cautious. But that just means that she needs a little time to figure it out. Dazzle, on the other hand, requires a lot of leadership. So it keeps Dazzle busy and focused by changing activities a lot and being sure to reward Dazzle whenever she relaxes a little bit. By changing activities a lot, she builds Dazzle's attention span. Little Cedrin is back playing with the ball again. He is only 2, so his only job is really to get confident and curious. After all, whenever you're training, it's really the mental state, as opposed to individual behaviors, that you're really trying to reinforce. Here Liz demonstrates a desensitization game that prepares the horse for riding. Liz jumps until Scion relaxes. Kay is working on the same thing with Kane, but he gets distracted by a hula hoop. Jumping next to a horse's side isn't really a whole lot different than swinging a stick above their head. In both cases, the goal is to teach the horse to remain calm and learn to trust you. A crucial factor in how much your horse trusts you is how well he understands you. So it's important to not only desensitize your horse, but to sensitize him also, to help him understand the difference. Here Liz leads Scion through a narrow squeeze. First she leads him, and then she sends him, which is a little bit harder. It's important to remember that the most important thing is not the movement, but the moment. Whatever mental state your horse is in most often becomes a pattern. So keep everything balanced between undemanding time and challenging activities, and you'll have a well-rounded horse.